Hello and welcome to 2v2 Theta. This is round 2 of the tourney that happened last week, the unnamed tourney, for me at least. And here we got two extremely good teams, Voodoo and Lushan, both going Aeon. They're going to go from the right, from the east. And on the west side we got Tag Rock and Tag Uber. Seraphim and Cybern. Looks like Uber is going first air. Seraphim Bomber should be really good. Meanwhile, Rock is just going with the first land. Moving out with the ACU to the Hydra. Voodoo getting a couple P-gens and a scout, very early scout. He's going to be anticipating some bombers from either Rock or Uber. There's also a scout from Lushan. And here comes the bomber for Uber. And facing Aeon, you really gotta have strong air on a map that this flat, or you gotta get the gun. You gotta neutralize those auroras, because just to tech one, the auroras will beat you. So far, no bombs dropped by Uber. Just a really nice scout. He did force a whole bunch of flags from Lushan's factories, and it looks like Voodoo also making flags. But we can see now Uber has switched targets. He's gonna make sure that Voodoo did make flag. Also some aggressive Manta here going into the middle from Rock. And looks like, yeah, first kill. But the flag for Voodoo should kill that bomber. Important engineer there, had all the plans for Voodoo. And now we can see the Manta going in between Lushan and Voodoo's base. Good placement on that scout. Uber now going to get the land factory after he gets the Hydra. Rock got his Hydra. He's going to move out with the ACU, looks like all the way to the bottom. Both ACUs here on the bottom are going to meet, Voodoo versus Rock. And up on top, looks like Uber also going into the stop choke point. While Lushan is going more into the middle, so the ACUs might pass each other by. And here, this is what happens when you only have flak. Now Aurora's move in as well. Mantis in close range trying to take out an engineer. Does. And more Manta moving in. Manta targeting the engineers. I'm going to turn down the game sound a little bit. Hopefully it's not too much. And now the ACUs have met each other. Voodoo deciding to retreat. Looks like Rock is going to try the Beetle, so he does have very quick tech to land. This is kind of like the Mercy, but for Cyber and on the ground. 3,000 mass, I believe, for the Beetle, but causes quite a bit of damage. Here comes the Beetle right here. 300 health, so it takes 3 shots from the ACU to kill. If it sneaks up, though, it causes a lot of damage. Voodoo now moving in together with Lushan. Looks like 2 forces against Uber. Perhaps they're counting on Uber not having too much land. And actually both Uber and Rock going quick Tech 2 land. That's one way to counter the Auroras. You get Tech 2 land units. Here we got the single Ilsheva. But that's a lot of Auroras moving through. And here we got a couple of hoplites not kiting against the Aurora. A little unfortunate. No, now they get out. And here we got Voodoo getting an upgrade. And you can see that causes a lot of damage. It's about 5,000 damage on that. Such a rare unit, I have no idea what the actual damage is. But Uber could be in trouble here with Lushan coming in with a lot of support. We do see a whole bunch of hoplites for Rock and Ilshevas avoiding the ACU. Lushan is going to kill the Hydra, plus kill the build capacity on that Tech 2 land factory. Meanwhile, Voodoo, he's got the gun, but he's only got half his health. Some stealth for Rock. And Lushan doing a lot of damage against Uber here. This Ilsheva is very well microed. Lucian could actually be in a little bit of trouble. Maybe some overcharging. And now with support from Rock, Uber should survive, although he is going quite low on health. And here Rock, 9 kills, killing some Auroras which are lost. Voodoo is going to move over. Looks like Lucian has lost most of his forces, now facing an ACU with some Tech 2. And this is a really good plan from the left side. Tech 2 has countered the Auroras quite well. This could be a draw though. Some overcharges from Lucian. Uber will retreat. Lucian, 8 kills. And on the bottom, very close, Rock retreats into a Tech 2-point defense. This could be a draw on both sides, but it looks like on top the ACU separate. Voodoo's got to run because he's getting hit by Tech 2. Rock will chase Voodoo, and looks like that will be a draw. Draw on the bottom. And now it is going to be Lucian versus Uber. Looking at Lucian, very low health, going Tech 2 line. There's a couple Tech 1 land factories. He's very good placement. Looks like these were given to him by, or he was able to make these out of the factories that were just given to him before they self-destructed. And map control looks to be firmly in Lucian's hands. He's got a bunch of Auroras coming in into Rock's old base. There's a single engineer here from Uber trying to establish a base, but looks like it won't be successful. Lucian also establishing a good base in Voodoo's old base. Meanwhile, Uber pretty low on health, still making Elshivas. Still sitting on just 2 factories. Tech 2 engineer making Tech 1 power. Uber are quite low on health, or on eco in general, only plus 18 mass, 200 power, very low power. Lucian, significantly more power, and a little more mass as well, and here he's going to deny this factory, although an Ilshiv is going to come in and try to save, and might actually pull that off. Tech 2 land Obsidians. Obsidians versus Ilshivas. Ilshivas is a little easier to micro, a little quicker. This is very important, this factory survives, so that Uber might be able to hold on to this position. Multiple Ilshivas in that position. Aurora is moving in. Uber might be in air factories, getting all the air factories, 2 air factories and Tech 2. Some Tech 2-point defenses. And these Auroras, you gotta be very careful. It looks like it'll be assault with Ilshivas in the bottom from Uber against Voodoo's old base and Tech 1-point defenses. Some mobile missile launchers to counter the Tech 2-point defense from Uber. And now these Ilshivas doing so well, taking back Rock's old base, and now they're gonna, that point defense gets finished, it'll be very crucial. Uber should take care. Actually, he's just going to target the point defense of one of the Ilshivas. Actually, no Ilshivas dies. Very close. Take the point defenses for Lucian in the middle. If you can take the point of the defenses in the middle and cut this map. And this is really bad now. Big veterans for Uber. You can see Obsidian's moving in that direction, trying to get back map control, but now map control really shifting in Uber's favor. Some scouting from Lucian. Lucian getting reclaiming his Tech 1 land factories, Tech 1 power span, more build capacity on the Obsidians. And here we're going to see Obsidians versus Ilshivas, and no micro. Uber forgetting to micro as Ilshivas, they pay the price, getting hit by Artie, but more Ilshivas coming in. little more difficult for Uber to get reinforcements. Mobile missile launchers trying to protect the point defense. They're going to be chased by a bunch of Russians. Protect point defenses on Uber's old base. Basically a Tech 2 point defense creep in all different directions for Lushan. Ushua sneak by. Just a deadly unit, great aggression from Uber. Tech 1 power getting destroyed. Lushan still has plenty of power, however. Looks like a complete loss here, except for Tech 2 engineers sitting on Tech 2 point defense. Some Tech 2 power started for Lushan. And mobile missile launchers for Uber. He's going to start countering the Tech 2 point defenses in the middle. Some Obsidians running into Tech 1 point defenses. Nice Tech 1 point defenses here for Uber, very timely. And that will be problems for the Obsidians. These Ultra are still alive for Uber. Looking at the eco, I expect Uber to have a big advantage, plus 32. 6,300 reclaim, plenty in the bank. Huge excess power. Lushan at plus 28, 47 reclaimed, and has just enough power for what he needs, but Uber is in a position to make a lot more air. Just making interceptors. Launchers moving into the middle for Uber. Uber taking over the middle. Scouting ahead, and these can outrange any unit, any of the point defenses. So if you don't attack them, they will take over the map. So Obsidian's moving in from Lushan, trying to do something about it. Lushan, for the most part, running out of ideas. There goes the Tech 2 and Tech 1. No more defense in this position. Uber also has engineers moving there. He's got plenty of scouts to realize, and he's in very good shape. And now 3/4 of the map is very soon going to belong to Uber. TMD here from Lushan. Lushan getting an ICU upgrade. Nearly done with Tech 2 power. Should even him out in terms of power production. Fix power for Uber. He's doing an upgrade. But Ilshiva so far, they've really been the best unit in the game. So Tech 2 mass charges for Uber as well. Lushan with seems to be the double gun. Should be a good counter to, he's just got the range. But with the overcharge and with so much excess power, should be a good weapon against the Ilshivas, unless of course they attack from multiple directions. So we got the Obsidians. 1v1 they should be pretty good against the Ilshivas, but numbers for Uber. Lushan now moving out, it's going to try to snipe. So overcharge. And one Obsidian gets quite deep, 12 kills. Some engineers trying to reclaim it. Get it all we can do. Nice Tech 2 unit. Now it's a shield. Something not really good with the graphics here. Overcharges for Lushan. Give it a minute 18. Speed this up a little bit. And the base being established by Uber plus some Tech 1 point defenses. Lucian, with only 3,000 health, gets in the middle. Could be a very dangerous thing to do. And this Obsidian now, 17 kills still left, takes out a factory. Lucian running into a 30-point defense. Here's shields plus Obsidians. It's an uphill battle for Lucian, but he's still in the game. Same tech, very similar power for these players, but quite a bit more mass for Uber and map control. Lucian retreats back to base. And that's a pretty aggressive engineer from Lucian. Meanwhile, this Obsidian 22 kills, looks like it'll finally be killed. Interceptors for Lucian, gonna see if there's any opportunities to attack. Mobile missile launchers. Mobile missile launcher fight. Great pressure from Uber from multiple directions. Now they see with multiple shields. Holy charges. Uber moving in. He's got the gun and Tech 2. Looks like a shield spam from Lucian. He does have the power to support it, plus 36 mass. Uber plus 72 mass, and that's a really huge difference. And now getting a shield in the middle, so it's very difficult to break. And suddenly can take 2-point defense creep directly into Lucian's base. Lucian 17 kills. A lot of micro from these players trying to dodge mobile missile launchers, trying to take out point defenses. And similar air forces. Got a big Tech 2 land span. Looks like the Tech 2 factory where the engineers are being attacked and targeted. And just shoot right over that hill. Engineers for Lucian, though, denying or not realizing that they shouldn't have map control, just running around capturing. CMG and shields for Lucian. Take the point defenses for Uber, cutting the map in half. Being very methodical on this one. There are always mercies, but with Uber under a shield, it's not likely to work, but it would be very ironic if that happens. We're going to see second air from Lucian, however. Lucian are going to take 3 lands. Now this force of Ursula is getting quite large. Ursula's and some Manta and mobile missile launchers. Obsidian is not moving, getting hit. Looks like the Uber also going to get here. But now a complete loss, and now this does expose Lucian's base from attacks to the back. You can see multiple attacks from Uber, and there's not much that Lucian can do about it. Attacks to power generators getting taken out, and this game is over here. 26 minutes. There's a single Harvey, but very much outdone. Lucian 28 kills, with not much of a base. Great play in this 2v2. We first had that draw, and it was a 1v1. It did look like Lucian was in a better position for a while, but those Oshivas from Uber were very nice. And there goes Lucian. I hope people enjoyed it.